What's up everybody, welcome to RebelTech. So ASUS South Africa sent over one of their GTX1080-O8G Strix Edition graphics cards for me to try out for a while and see how it performs in games and other benchmarking applications. So sit back and enjoy this review. First off, let's start with the size of the Strix 1080-O8G. Well, this is a pretty big GPU, measuring almost 30 centimeters or 12 inches in length and 13.4 centimeters or 5.28 inches in width. This may be an issue for some cases that doesn't have a lot of space, so before you buy, just make sure it will actually fit. The Strix 1080 has three of ASUS's patented wing blade design fans that will reduce fan noise and improve temps. But let's quickly take a listen and find out. Okay, so this is the GPU on idle. At the moment the fans aren't spinning at all, so it's dead quiet. All the noise you're hearing is coming from the front fans. Unfortunately, I do not have a fan hub, so I can't adjust the speeds or control them. So they're on full load and that's all the noise you are hearing. Okay, so this is the GPU under full load. At the moment, the temperature of the GPU is about 63 degrees and the fans is running at 42%. So it's not very loud at all. Temperature is cold as well, so you really won't have any thermal problems with this card. Now, because the front fans were on full speed, it completely cancelled out the fan noise of the 1080. The front fans are the Corsair SP120 RGBs, which runs at about 1400 RPM. So it isn't really that fast or loud at 26 decibels. So this just shows you how silent and cool the Strix 1080 runs. The Strix 1080 does also come with a cool backplate that has some nice grey markings and the big Strix eye that is illuminated. I'm glad to see that most, if not all, high-end GPUs are getting backplates now. It just makes the GPU a bit more attractive to look at. The Strix 1080-O8G has a base clock of 1759 MHz and a boost clock of 1898 MHz. I was able to get an extra 100 MHz out of the core and 400 MHz out of the memory once overclocked. But that extra bit of power didn't really give me that much more performance out. ASUS already pushed the 1080 as far as it can go, so overclocking isn't really needed. But if you really want to get that extra 1 or 2 FPS, you can use ASUS's GPU tweak tool that already has a OC profile for the card. But now let's take a look at how it performs in games and other applications. The test system I used had a Ryzen 7 1800X running at 3.95 GHz and 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RGB memory running at 3000 MHz. And also all the games was only tested in 1080p because unfortunately that's all I have. Now for Firestrike, I wasn't able to test it on my Ryzen system. It kept crashing for some unknown reason. But I did get some scores on my old system, which has an i5 3570K and 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance memory. So like I said, you don't really get that much more performance out. ASUS has already pushed the 1080 to the max. Overclocking only gave me about 2 to 6 FPS increase, which isn't a lot. So I would say if you really want to overclock, just use the OC profile in the tweak tool to save some time. From my testing, it looked like the Strix used about 180 watts of power on stock settings, which actually lets you run the card on a 500 watt power supply. I would recommend something a bit more powerful, but that will run it. The only thing is you will need a 6+8 pin connector to power the card. Then at the back of the GPU, you get two PWM fan headers that will let you connect fans to the GPU and control them alongside the GPU's fans. On idle, the connected fans will not spin, but once under load, they will start with the GPU. So this is just an extra handy feature if you want to use it. Then for I/O, you get two DisplayPorts 1.4, two HDMI 2.0 ports, and then also a DVI port. And just to calm your nerves, the Strix does come with full RGB. You can control the lighting with the ASUS Aura software that lets you choose the right effect and even lets you sync all your Aura enabled devices together. So you'll have an awesome in-sync lighting system that you can go show off to all of the girls that come and visit. And that's it for my review of the ASUS Strix GTX1080-O8G edition. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, share, subscribe and comment. Also a big thanks to ASUS for sending over the 1080 for me to do this review. I'm really trying to get into more hardware related products like graphics cards to benchmark for you guys and see how it performs. And also if you have any ideas of how I can improve my videos, please let me know. I try to spice it up a bit with other style. I know a lot of people just use the bars, the graphs for their benchmarks. It just looks a bit boring to me, so I try to spice it up a bit. So please tell me what you think about the style and if I should continue using that. But anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll check you guys next time. Cheers guys.